What's up, you guys? Kirsty Snyder here alongside Daniel Comp and Bill Marler. We're ready to rock here for Teachable Tuesday. It's the 13th of February, 2024. So thanks for popping on the replay. If you are here on teachabletuesdayreplays.com, be sure to put replay in the comments below. And then the document that Daniel will discuss tonight is going to be in the description right beneath this video. So be sure to look at that so you have access to everything that we talk about tonight. Thanks for dropping on the replay. We appreciate you guys being here. And now we're going to let everyone in. Thanks for being here.
And boom, just like that, everybody jumps in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just do it. How you doing?
Doing
Man,
When
it's like,
you guys get here, put a 2 in the chat if you guys can hear and see us, okay?
I always love that first initial wave, like when you let everybody in, and it's just like everyone floods in. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
Albert's always the first, right?
Albert
right?
is always the first. I don't know how he does it, but he's
Well, it's the A, and he is always the first answer to
yeah. It's
Well,
always
we kind of asked the same question, so
first to the punch.
secretly he knows. Okay, so quick question for you guys. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. All you.
Quick question for you guys. If you have been here within, let's say, the last 30 to 45 days, put a 30 in the chat. Like if you started within the last month and a half, put a 30 in the chat for me. Okay, keep it coming in, guys. Love to acknowledge that you're here. Great job taking the time each week to be part of this. We have the replays, yes, and yes, it's meant to work for your schedule. And it's also so incredible to have so many of you guys live because then you can be attentive in the present moment. It just gives different energy. It gives different momentum. For those of you who are on the replay, as I mentioned a moment ago, thanks for being here. You took the time on purpose, and that is exactly what we want. When you, and hear me out when I say this, because we've said it before, but I hope it rings true for you in a different way. When you treat this side hustle like a job, as if we have a meeting as a boss, as a team, as your coworkers, every single Tuesday, every single Monday, every single Friday, if you treat it like a job, it'll pay you better than your job. It's when we treat it like a side hustle, the hobby that we just get around to, that it treats us like a hobby we just get around to. But you guys are here for a purpose. You want to make money. You want to impact others to do the same. So let's just take a poll real fast. For those of you who have started with us, not just in the last 30 days, 45 days, but have been with TFT for any stretch of amount of time, how much would you like to make by Sunday? Sunday this week, so like 5 days from now. If you could just write yourself a check and say, you know what, this amount would really help me out. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to do everything that I can in my power to get to that amount. How much would it be? Drop me a comment, let me know. Okay. So by Sunday, within 5 days, Candace and Sarah, Shannon, Punham, Isabella, Sim, Albert, all of you guys, the average, it seems, is anywhere between, let's see, good average, 700 to 2,000. Okay, so now I want you to ask yourself this very, very specific question, and you can be the only one who can answer this genuinely, okay? For you to get to $500, for you to make $1,000, for you to get to $2,000, are you willing to put in the work to do what it takes to get there? And all of you guys are going to answer yes. Yes, I totally am. And let's say a third of you will actually go hit it. Why? It's not because someone's luckier than you. It's not because they had more time than you. Luck doesn't happen. It's hard work that pays bigger dividends because of hard work, which turns into luck, so to speak. Someone is not more talented than you. So you have to take it with true consideration. What is the difference between you and the person who goes and gets $1,000 by Sunday and the person who just sits there and wants it? They try really hard, but as Yoda says, do or do not, there is no try, right? So will you be the person who actually puts forth the effort this week, matches the tenacity of, I want to make $700 by Sunday. I need to make $2,000 by Sunday. I'd be over the moon to make $1,300 by Sunday. You truly believe that? I know you do. That's why you're here. That's why you're learning. That's why you're earning. But for those of you who go and get that compared to those who do not, it's going to come down to, did you actually go do the thing you talk about? Did you show up? Did you go live? Did you post a minimum, not a maximum, a minimum of 3 short form videos a day across your 3 platforms? Did you take the 90-day challenge that Catherine talked about a week or so ago? The mindset challenge. Are you actually journaling out what you want? Are you matching that belief with your behavior, or are you just talking? Because the key indicator here is you. You guys know that. But the key indicator here is nothing more than, does your talk, your belief, yes, I can make 2,000 by Sunday. Yes, I want to make 700 by Sunday. Yes, I want to have 5 sales by Sunday. I agree. Me too. I want that for you so badly. But does that belief, does that affirmation, does that I'm willing to do what it takes, you declare it, woo, 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 does that actually match your behavior to then go get the thing you say? Does that make sense? Drop a make sense if you feel me, okay? Now, you could put forth all the action in the world. You could. But the one question you have to genuinely answer honestly to yourself is, are you actually following the training to a T? Or are there certain things that you know, secretly, kind of, maybe a little bit, you're forfeiting? Have you gone live? Have you started your YouTube channel? Did you take the Teachable Tuesday that we did last week and you actually are on YouTube? Did you take the clonable information that you have literally right at your fingertips that you get Mindset Mondays, Teachable Tuesdays, and Focus Fridays? Or is it just easier, more simple, more in comfort to be like, oh yeah, I showed up, I checked the box. Checking the box does not land income results, right? Talking does not land income results. So as we go through the training tonight, it's very simple, by the way. Whether we trained on this or we did it, it should be very, very obvious to you, whether you started 3 days ago or 3 years ago with us, that, oh, wow, this makes sense. Why didn't I do this before? And now we're just laying out the simplicity of what's right in front of your face, okay? We're laying it out in simplicity so that you can actually go take the action you talk about, rather than just saying, oh, an extra $700 would help me out. And then I'll end with this. I'll let Daniel take over, okay? When you actually, as people say, put your money where your mouth is, when you actually put your behavior, your action step toward what you talk about, you'd follow up. You would not be scared. You would not feel like a salesman. You wouldn't feel awkward. You would post that video anyway. You wouldn't think that because I am slow, or because I talk funny, or because I have scalpel mouth, or because I'm old, or because whatever. You would be thinking larger than yourself. Why? Because you know that you can make the $700 by Sunday. So think of it like this. If I called you up, Bert, Alicia, Alton, Sim, Marcelino, Willie, Michael, who else can I see? Don, Fang, George, Isabella. If I called you up on Sunday night and I said, Isaac, you just made your $700. Jennifer, you just made your $700. Would you show up differently right now on Teachable Tuesday? Yes or no? Would you be on YouTube? Would you go live tonight on Facebook? Would you be taking note on Teachable Tuesday because you're like, hello, I know I'm going to make $700 by Sunday and it's going to be simple for me to do? Or do you have that nagging thought of like, I really want it, but I just don't know how? You're right. You're right. You want to be where you are? You want to not know how? Actually, the how is literally every single week that we give you for free on the funnel team. But are you taking the action step, or are you sitting there like a lump on a log? You can answer that. Make sense? All right. Don't know where that came from, but there you go. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Daniel.
quick intro, right?
Yeah, well, thanks for coming. Bye, guys.
You know what? It's funny though. Sometimes we do these trainings. You know, we do a Mindset Monday, we do a Teachable Tuesday, or Focus Friday, guys, and it's like, you know, sometimes I think I have an agenda going in, and I know Kirsty feels the same way. We think we have an agenda going in, or a frame of mind going into a Focus Friday or a Mindset Monday. And then all of a sudden, like inspiration, or like a thought, a phrase, a word hits you. And Jim Rohn talks about this all the time. Like it could be, you know, a phrase from a sermon, a song, a friend says something, and it just hits you. It strikes you differently than, you know, the normal day-to-day stuff that's around you. And when it does, and inspiration strikes, you kind of just, you get what I call, like, you get into flow state. And when you get into flow state, like, it's just like everything just kind of suddenly comes out. And I love when that happens, because like you're getting everything raw and real and truthful right there when it happens. And everything that Kirsty just shared with you, like, couldn't be any more accurate. So please, like, when like we're giving you guys this stuff, it's a lot of it may seem or feel repetitive, but it's also designed that way for a reason, because we want you guys to hear it. We want you guys to feel it and take it in, because what we're telling you guys is literally gospel. It's like, it's the truth, you know, it's the things, those little things that are going to be the difference between you guys making it or throwing in the towel and quitting on yourselves. So we share the stuff with you because it's like literally the real deal. So what I'm going to do from here on out is I'm going to show you guys a new folder, 2 new folders that I created for you guys today, just like we did a couple of weeks ago when we launched the new VS. It was crazy. Like, I don't know how long ago was it? Like 3 weeks ago that we did a training on the new VSL. And here we are
Yeah,
doing
something
another
like
training
that.
on another new VSL.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 5 weeks ago or is it 3? I think
I
4.
don't know.
I don't even. Either way, it wasn't that long ago, right? And we gave you guys the script. We gave you the script for the new VSL. We gave you guys clonable videos. Well, guess what? Here we are back again, and I'm going to be showing you the same exact thing. But what I want to do today, I want to do it similar, but I want to do it a little bit different. I'm going to demo it for you. I want to show you guys what it actually looks like to get out there and clone the clonable content so you guys can see it. And I've had some questions coming in today, you know, where you guys are like, hey, you know, when I edit or put words on screen or whatever, I'm going to take you through my exact editing process. Everybody does it different. You know, I do it different from Catherine, who does it different from Kylie, who does it different from Kirsty, who does it different from Abby and Carl and Lisa and everybody else. Like, we all kind of got our own thing. I'm just going to show you my way of doing it. So maybe that will kind of answer some of the questions that I've seen either in the Q&A threads or messaging us on the side or whatever it is. And then more importantly, I want you guys to realize this too. And I'm going to drop probably the biggest bomb for you guys at the end of tonight. So a lot of you guys like think that, and I can say this with absolute certainty, you think that you need to learn the technical stuff to be successful. The hashtags, the editing, the cap cut, and the, you know, all the like the techie stuff, trying to figure this app thing out, forwarding my link and GoDaddy and all that other stuff. That's where most people's head go when they first get started. Over time, you realize that that stuff, pardon my French, doesn't mean shit. What does mean, sugar honey iced tea, is your mindset and your attitude. Because point blank, hear me out, especially for everyone that commented 30, for everyone that like you're within your first 30 days right now. If at some point you want to give up and quit, it just means that you didn't want it bad enough. It has nothing to do with the technical, has nothing to do with the hashtags, nothing to do with your video editing skills, or if you know how to use CapCut or TikTok or Facebook or whatever. That stuff is all peanuts compared to what we're really drilling in on right now. Everything comes down to your mindset and your attitude. Because if you give up and want to quit, it just means you don't want it bad enough. But in order to want it bad enough, you got to work on this harder than you work on all that techie stuff. You work on this hard, super hard each and every day, all that technical stuff, the stuff that's right now probably giving you the info overwhelm, that stuff will start to fade away. That stuff will fade away. Okay. You got to work on this. So I'm going to end with something that is hopefully going to give you guys a mindset shift at the end where some of you guys, hopefully that light bulb will go off. Okay. So, and I said this yesterday on Mindset Monday, and I want to drill it back again. Then we're going to get into the actual training. But again, everything that we're sharing with you is just kind of like, you got to understand how true it actually is. And I was going to jump right into the training. Kirsty got me going, and now I'm going. It's just like, here we go. Yeah, I know. Oops, right. But it's all real stuff, guys. It really is. Here's the deal. The reason why we get the results that we do comes down to 2 things. please take this to heart. You know, you take someone like The Rock, and he says, you know, the harder I work, the luckier I get. And a lot of people think, oh, he's a lucky guy. It's like, no, he ain't lucky, man. He's worked his ass off to get where he is. Like, he outworks everybody around him. That's why he's the highest paid actor in Hollywood. Not because he's the best actor, because he's just not. He's just not. There's so many actors that I can think of that blow him out of the water with their acting abilities, but he outworks all the other actors. So for me, and many people here, many people that have found success with the funnel team, number one is you need to be willing to outwork the people around you. Okay. If that's people in your personal lives, if that's people, you know, here in the forum now with you guys, in the Zoom, on the team, in the chat, in the Facebook threads, whatever, you got to be willing to outwork the people around you. Number two, stay consistent longer than anybody else. That's how we've gotten right here. That's how, like, it's not luck that when I post the video, it goes right to the top of the search engine. It's because I outwork the people around me and I'm consistent longer. I've been in it longer. And the longer you stay in it, the more results you're going to have. Period. End of story. But again, if you're thinking of quitting, or this isn't working for me, or I can't quite figure it out, it's up here that needs work. It's not your hashtags that need work. Who cares? Like, the hashtags are peanuts and pointless compared to what's up here. And that's a fact. You guys got to realize that at some point. You got to be working on yourself and be committed to yourself every single day. And every single Mindset Monday, Teachable Tuesday, Focus Friday that we do, even when Catherine came on last week, like, we all talk about it. It's all drizzled in there all the time. You just got to pick up those clues and do something with them. Don't just listen to them and be like, oh, yeah, they're right. I should probably do something. Yeah. Like, no, like, actually go freaking do the thing. Because if you don't, I guarantee you, you're going to quit. And you probably won't even blame yourself. You'll probably blame one of us. Oh, it's the training. It's the funnels don't convert. Ain't the funnels, bro. Ain't the funnels. Funnels work really well. It's you. So if you're not getting the results that you want, it's you. Okay. Everyone's got to take that to heart. Okay. Now let's dive in. Okay. So I'm gonna share my screen and I'm gonna show you guys what we popped out there today. Okay. So, however, we can't figure it out. However many weeks ago it was when we did the VSL training. Okay. We gave you guys, let me drop this down here. We gave you guys this document right here. Now, you guys don't need this document. This is from the VSL training that we did, video sales letter on the main sales funnel. Okay. So if we went over to our team training site right here, okay, you go to get your links. You have two sales funnels, right? You got this one right here, and then you got this one right here. This is the newer one. This is the one that came out last Friday. This one here, we gave you guys the document here, and that goes specifically when you hit here where it says clone folder, short form videos to mimic, right? Click here. That's going to take you here. So this folder and this folder have to do with the existing VSL. And I'm going to give you access. So hang tight. Nobody worry. I'm going to give you access to this exact folder that you see right here. Obviously, you guys can go to teachabletuesdayreplays.com and you guys can go check out the training. You guys can grab this document again if need be. You guys can snag that. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I actually put that training replay into our training site. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kirsty. I think I did do that. I think I put that in there because it was such a solid training. Don't ask me where I put it right now. We'll figure that out, but I'm pretty sure I put it in there. But anyway, so we just released a brand new funnel last Friday. We're calling it the webinar funnel, right? It's right here. And then, of course, you have the sales page. You go to the sales page, and it's very much a webinar feel, a webinar theme, right? So we've obviously designed some videos that now reflect that. But what I also wanted to give you guys is I took most of the important slides that are in that webinar style video that are on that webinar sales page. All right. So let me actually just, while we're here, let me just pull the sales page up. So we're all kind of looking at the same thing here. So boom, 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 boom. 1 second, guys. I'll pop that up right there. Okay. So this is the webinar sales page. So in other words, when you play this video right here, okay, when you play this video, obviously you have all these slides that I'm going through with the actual webinar presentation. So the majority of these slides, not all of them, because some of them had to do with me as a presenter. Some of them are duplicates, that sort of thing. So I don't have those slides over here in this folder, but you have the majority of really the important slides. And in the clonable videos that we gave you, I actually show you specifically how to use these slides in some of your videos. Okay. So you have all these if you want to pull this up. Like, also, not to mention, I don't have the script for the webinar. Now, why do I not have the script for the webinar? Because when I went through the slides, I literally shot from the hip. I just did it. So there wasn't an actual script that I read from. I just kind of shot from the hip and I went through the webinar slides, and whatever came out on the video is what was on my mind at the time. So hence there's no real script. But as you're going through this, guys, you can literally, like this right here, you guys got to realize this. This right here, what is this? Give me an example. Albert's going to nail this. Okay. What are we looking at besides a webinar slide? What are we looking at right here? Okay. What are we looking at? Okay. Besides just some words that you can use, what is an example of what is on your screen besides a slide from the webinar? What is it? Okay. Yeah, it's content. What kind of content? What could you use that content for? Okay. Pain points. Yep. Meme. Yep. Yep. Faceless. Yeah, there you go. Isabella nailed it. Okay. Short form video. This is short form video content. You could literally make a short form video on why most people fail. No real training, upsolds after they start for hundreds of thousands. They start at one low price, like $7 or $25 or whatever it is. And then they get in the members area and they get upsold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. You don't get any real support. You have a confusing members area. You don't know what to do. You can't get your questions answered. One of the things that I like to do is spin it around and say, what if I could get rid of all that for you? What if I could eliminate all of these common problems for you? Would you want to see what I have to show you? Most people would be like, yo, what do you got? Right? So right there, that's a piece of content that you could use. And you could take that, flip it around, spin it, word it so many different ways. It's not just, you guys got to realize the same thing when I show you the clonable videos. You don't just take that video and make it once. And I'll show you an example of exactly what I'm talking about. But you could take that webinar slide that I just showed you and reword, rephrase, reorder, whatever it is. And you could make 3, 4, 5, 10 different videos from that one slide, right? Each, like this one spot right here, no real training, could just be one video. Upsold, are you tired of getting upsold for hundreds of thousands of dollars? Could be one video. No real support, confusing members area. Those could all be one video. So when you see these slides here, I'm not saying all of them are going to be endless like that, but I mean, like, take this one here. I mean, no ebooks to download, no courses to buy, no upsells, no experience needed, free app, free sales funnels, done for you marketing, proven results. Only got 10 spots open right now, giving away over $17,000 in free value in the next 24 hours if you get in time. I mean, again, more content right at your fingertips. So you could either A, take this and use it in your video marketing. You could have your camera. I know it's a little tough to see because of where my camera is, but you could have your phone like out here. So you're looking at yourself and you're looking at the screen in the background and saying, wow, I just saw this amazing webinar, which again, I'm going to show you that in the demo videos. And you could use it that way. You could take your camera and you could point it at the slide itself. So if you have maybe 2 devices at home, if you have your phone and you have, say, a laptop, a desktop, a tablet, whatever it is, you could have the slide up on your other device and be showing people, wow, look at what, you know, you wouldn't believe the webinar that I just saw. Look at all of this, over $17,000 in free value that this awesome thing is giving away. How many of you want access to this so you never have to buy a course again? Drop me a comment and I'll get you instant access. Okay. Again, it's just taking what we have and running with it. Okay. Taking what we have and running with it. And there's so many, like one of my favorite slides is this one right here. Like I just absolutely freaking love this slide. Number one, because it's 100% real results. Like there's no fluff. There's no faking. Like there's no like exaggerate. Like everything that you see here is real results. That's number one. Number two, like you get to shout out other people. Okay. So again, you could use this number one with your phone kind of facing this way. So, you know, you're looking at the slide is maybe over your shoulder in the video, or you could flip the camera around and show and be like, wow, look at all these people that are using the same system I am right now. If they can do it, so can you. Again, guys, you could just use these slides multiple different ways, even if it's just to give you ideas. Okay. So that's part of what we got for you right here. Okay. So I got all the top slides that I feel, you know, I mean, geez, guys, here's another one. I mean, this is like putting a cherry on top of the sundae right here. Sales rotator right inside the fast start guide. Okay. Higher level you come in at, the more spots in the rotator you get. Okay. Another great way to incentivize your person to get started. Okay. But you have all these in here. I love this one too. Done for you business in an app. You take your app, you share your link, people go through the funnel, everything's automated. When they come out at the end, if they buy, you make money. Done for you, automated process, business in an app. Okay. Again, all there for you guys to use. So what we've done is not only did we give you guys some examples of webinar style videos, okay, and I labeled them here. So like this one here specifically says webinar. This one says webinar. So as an example, let me open this one up right here. Okay. So you see what I'm talking about, where I literally have the webinar in the background. I have one of the webinar slides in the background, and I'm pointing to the camera, literally saying, I just watched an insane webinar. And that specific screen that I'm pointing to shows literally dozens of people that have made 10 sales or more. And another really good, important part here, and I want to talk about this moment here for a little bit because it's really important, especially those of you guys that commented 30. A lot of times when you guys first get started, it's, well, how can I make any of these videos if I don't have any results? You don't need results. You don't. And that's the beautiful part about some of these slides is you're able to edify other people. And when you edify other people, okay, you're taking that pressure and attention off of yourself. You're edifying someone else, and you're sharing real life results from people that you work with that are on your team that are getting real life results, amazing results. And you get to shout that out, believe it or not. And this is what's just a little mindset tip for you here. When you edify somebody else for the results that they got, it actually gives you more credit than, you know, trying to make up a result for yourself. So don't ever lie. Don't ever, you know, say you got results when you didn't, but don't be afraid to edify other people. Okay. That's a real thing. And it actually will give you a lot more credit than you think about. Okay. So that is a real thing right there. So in this video, and, you know, I can just kind of go through, and all I'm doing is pointing to that. And then I opened up another slide and I talked about the simplicity, and the video's in there, guys. You guys can certainly go clone this and do exactly what I'm doing. Pull up the same exact slides that I use. Again, this is just one example of dozens of slides that are in there for you that you guys can use as much or as little as you want. But the whole point here is I'm trying to keep it stupid simple using the content that we have that is proven to convert. Okay. So does that make sense so far? Everything I covered. So, so far, does that make sense, guys? Comment makes sense. If that makes sense, right? All right, good. All right, cool. So what I want to do is Oh, let me cover this real quick too. So the other thing in here is not only did I put some webinar style videos in here, the ones that actually say webinar, I also put some other videos in here that are trending. So what do I mean by trending? I mean videos that are out there that we're using right now that literally are getting thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of views. So as an example, this one right here that says 2024 top 5 online jobs. That one for me on one of my TikTok channels has almost 500,000 views. And it's like, here's what's like really stupid, simple, funny, right? This video right here. Okay. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but you know, you guys can go clone it. It's right there for you. Top 5 online jobs that anybody can do. And in the beginning of the video, I say, simple, right? Here's the top 5 online jobs that anybody could do from anywhere in the world. Pay attention to number 5 because it pays the most. Is that a hook or what? Right? Here's the top 5 online jobs that anybody could do from anywhere in the world, and pay attention to number 5 because it pays the most. What do you guys think number 5 is? Just out of curiosity, like, what do you think number 5 is? Do you think I send them off to Amazon? Right? Do you think I tell them about like, you know, digital Kickstart or whatever, like crap? No, like number 5 is your business, right? Number 5 is your business. So great hook, killer hook. And then all I do is say, hey, you could go here, or you could go here. You could do this, or you could go here. You go here. Number 3, you could go here. You can go here. Number 5, man. And then I get into it and boom, right? So how did I get the idea for that? All I did was go to TikTok and I searched my niche, which is online digital marketing, and I saw the top trending videos, and I just went and I made my own version of it. Like, do you understand how simple that was? Like, did I come up with this stuff all on my own? No. I just saw what other trending creators were using, and I just made my own version of it. You got to realize, like, you will never, ever, 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 ever run out of content. You just got to go look for it. And that's why when I tell you guys, like, all these different videos in here, you can literally take it and make it your own way. So I don't have the original, my apologies, but I want to throw a shout out to, I believe it was Abby. Kirsty, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep,
but
it was
Abby
Abby.
gave us the idea for this original video about basically, like, if you have $1,000 smartphone and you're not using it as a money making asset, like, you're a dummy, right? And not in those exact words, but you know, it was something along those lines. And I saw her video and I was like, oh my gosh, that is killer. So for me, like, I took her video and I made like 17 versions of the same video, just changing the phrases around and the wording around. Some of it was 10 seconds long. Other videos were like a minute long. Some of it was 45 seconds long, depending on where I wanted to put the call to action. But this is the point I want to drill into, you guys, is that it doesn't, like, you don't just make the video once and then move on. Like, make the video once and then go make it better, and then go make it better, and then go make it better, and then take it and recycle it a bunch of different ways. Because, like, if it's a trending video, it's a trending video for a reason. So go use it and make it a trending video for yourself. Now, not saying it's guaranteed to be a trending video, but when you hit that groove, trust me, you're going to feel it. Okay. So what I want to do right now is I want to show you guys how to use these videos. Okay. I'm going to go through this really, really fast because I know we're going to be, you know, coming up on the top of the hour really, really quick here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to unshare. Okay. And then I'm going to share on my phone, and I'm literally going to make the video right in front of you so you guys can have an idea, not only to learn how I do it, and you can see maybe you guys kind of do it the same way, but also just to kind of understand the thought process as I go through it so you can see how simple this process is. Okay, so I'm going to try to go through this right here. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Make sure. All right, good. No, other device. There we go. All right. Kirsty Bill, thumbs up. Can you see my phone? You guys good? See my screen? All right, cool. All right. So the one that we just gave you guys was where is it? Webinar trainings right here. Okay. So this is exactly what you would do. Okay. And even though some of the videos that are in here are like a minute long, you guys got to realize that you don't have to record the whole thing all at once. You don't have to get it perfect all at once. You could do it and chunk it down one little step at a time. So I'm going to go grab Kylie's video right here. And here's a cool part. Like, you don't even, I mean, not that I don't want to hear Kylie. Did I call her Abby? I'm sorry if I did. Not that I don't want to hear Kylie, but you don't even need that because she's got the script right on the screen right there. Okay. Okay. So don't you hate it when people in the online space feel the only way to be successful is to download their free ebook, right? So that's the first part. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down. I'm going to grab my camera and I'm going to point the camera at myself. Hey, what's up? All right. So now I'm just trying to think of lighting, where I want to go. So I'm going to go right here. Okay. So, hey, what's up, everybody? So, all right, see if I can try to nail this. Don't you hate it when people in the online space think that the only way that you can actually get real results is to download their free ebook? So that's one part right there. And now I'm going to play around with it, right? Again, it doesn't have to be word for word. Play around with it. Have some fun. Yeah, because that's how they got results, right? By using their own ebook. That's how they became successful. Get it? Anyway, okay. So now I'm going to go back to our video, right? And I'm going to go watch. Oh, but yeah. So now I'm going to go watch the next line. Okay. When in reality, they're just trying to get you to buy into their cheap course, right? So now I'm going to go back over here to my phone. Okay. When in reality, all they want you to do is buy their cheap ass course. That's me. I swear. Okay. It's okay. You can in your videos if you want. It's up to you. Just let your personality come out, guys. Let your personality come out. Okay. Okay. Once they get you in, they're going to ghost you or upsell you, right? So here we go. And once they get you in, all they're going to do is ghost you or upsell you, please. Okay, there's that. Next line.
Guess what? I'm not going to do either. And once you partner with me, I'm actually going to set up all the technical stuff.
Okay, so from here on out, you could copy this. You could do it word for word. From here on out, I like the first half of this, and it's not that I don't like the second half. I'm just going to free flow it from here. Okay. So I'm going to kind of do my own thing. You guys could obviously go through this and just, I mean, you guys got the first half of it, so you guys could keep going, or I'm just going to kind of free flow it from here. So I'm just going to, she's going to set up all the technical stuff for me, set up the funnels, all that other stuff for you. Okay. So this is where I'm going to do my own unique version. You could do your own unique version. Oops. Hey, now why that spin around? Or you guys could do it word for word. It's totally up to you. But this is also where I'm looking at this camera, even though you guys are right here. But this is also where you could do it word for word, or you could take this from here on out, do it word for word, or from here on out, make it your own, you know, and you could literally make 2, 3, 4, 5 different versions from here on out. And then once you get it down pat, you could go back to the beginning and then change each line a little bit. Okay. So you can make the same video multiple different ways. And that's the whole thing with all these clonable videos, guys. You can literally create the stuff as much or as little as you want. Okay. So now it was, I'm trying to think. So I'm going to do all the technical stuff for you. Okay. So I'm going to wing this right here. Okay. Now let me get real with you for a second. Okay. I've been doing this online full time for the last 7 years. No BC. You know what, guys? You mess up. Sometimes you mess up and you just start over, just like that. That's reality. You guys are watching this as it happens. All right, guys, no bullshitting here, okay? No ebooks to download, no courses to buy. I'm not going to upsell you. I don't even sell a course. What I want to do is show you day by day, step by step, how all of this works. Listen, if you want to make 2024 your bitch and you want to get out of that rat race once and for all, go right here. You will not regret it. You're going to learn and see exactly what it takes without having to fall down the side hustle rabbit hole. Trust me, if I could do it, so can you. Go here, learn the truth. You'll be glad you did. Okay, so there you go. for some of you guys, you might be thinking, man, that he flowed that like really easily. Or maybe it was like, man, I can't say stuff like that. The reason why that flowed so much for me is because of what did we say at the beginning? I outwork the people around me and I'm consistent more than most people, you know? And for that, because of consistency, is why that flowed the way that it did. When myself, folks like myself, Kirsty, Catherine, Lisa, Abby, Kylie, so many others here on the team, the reason why we like stuff flows like that is just from repetition. That's it. That's literally, it's just practice, practice, practice every single day. Kirsty said it earlier. Show up to this like a job, treat it like a job, so it will pay you like a job. The more you practice, easier it gets. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go in here to CapCut. I'm going to take all those videos that I just did, all the each individual videos. So let's see where I am right here. It's like boom, 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 boom. All right, so 5 total videos. I'm going to add those in there. This part, guys, I'm going to go through pretty quick. Okay. Now, first thing we want to do is I'm going to add captions. Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to chop out all the bookends. Okay. One of the fonts that I'm using right now is, I like this one right here. Way at the end. There's a specific font that I like to use called Resolve. I don't know why. I just feel like it pops on the screen more than any others. Okay. So you can see right here, I'm going to show you guys chopping out the bookends. I'm going to show you guys dead space. Okay. So the beautiful part about when you use captions, okay, you guys see right here, you guys see this like dead space right there. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to slide my thumb over it and we're going to get rid of that dead space. That's really important. Okay. So now the video just starts off right on the don't. There's no like, don't you hate it when like you get rid of that? So you can kind of scroll through and you can see there's very little dead space in here, a little bit of dead space right here. So I'm just going to go through the very first thing I do before I add any words to the video is I get rid of the dead space. Okay. Even if it doesn't look like there's dead space, I'm still going to go through where each transition of the video. So this transition right here from one video to the next, each of those I'm just going to go listen to real quick. And a second, I'm going to hit play right here. Okay. I'm going to hit play. And as soon as I do, I hit play. And then the second the last tone of my voice stops, I don't care where in the slide it is. I have my thumb holding right over that and I stop it and I chop whatever dead space is left on that specific spot. So let's say hypothetically it stops right here. I'm going to chop out that dead space right there. Okay. So that's what I'm aiming to do by going through this first. Okay. So far, guys, does that make sense? Everything I'm showing you guys right now, does that make sense? Okay. Comment makes sense if that does make sense for you. Okay. Just trying to show you guys my little process right here. Okay. All right, here we go. So I'm going to listen. So teeny, teeny, tiny little space right there. I haven't said anything yet. So you guys see right here, I haven't said anything yet, and I already got a little bit of dead space right there. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get rid of that dead space. Just like that. Boom. Okay. Oh, a little more space there. Again, a little dead space right there. It's a little weird. I'm trying to edit this. It's a little weird because I'm hitting play on my phone and the sound's coming out of my Mac, but it's delayed. So I'm doing the best I can here. Okay. All right. So let me see. So I chopped a little too much right there. Okay. Okay. Boom. Little space right there. Space right there. So also too here, guys, you can see, I know it's a little tough to tell, but you can see right here where there's two lined phrases that overlap each other. And if I were to go into that overlap, you see right there on your screen how they overlap right there. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that top line and I'm going to move it back a little bit. So now there's no more overlap. Okay, Again, like no rocket science here. This is my process when I go through there, right? Okay, that's fine. Get rid of this space here. All right. All right, and then it just flows out towards the end of the video, right? Okay, cool. So in total, 44 seconds long. And I don't know what Abby's was, but again, I kind of ad-lib some of this. So now what I'm going to do is I always like to put some kind of title in the beginning, right? So what are we talking about, right? We're talking about courses. We're talking about eBooks. We're talking about, if you're doing this in reference to the webinar or whatever it is. So just kind of think about, I usually like to take something that's in like the first few seconds of the video. And sometimes I like to ask a question or make a shocking statement. So a question or a shocking statement. So I'm going to go, don't you hate this, right? Because I'm kind of saying like, don't you hate it with these courses and these eBooks and all these digital marketers, blah, blah, blah. So I'm kind of, what am I trying to do with the headline? Just trying to pique interest. That's it. I'm trying to pique interest. Now, here's another little hint too. From aesthetics, I'm wearing a blue sweatshirt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a blue background. Okay. Using a blue background. Now, when I put words on screen, this is just my preference. You guys can do whatever you want. I like to use Oliver. That's the font I use right there. The captions that I have on here, I find that the best font is Resolve. That's me, just kind of big, bold letters. And I don't know. I just think they pop more on screen than any other font in CapCut. That's me. Okay. So now, boom. Don't you hate this? So now we have kind of an intriguing question. We got all that stuff. Now, the only other thing that you could do so many other things editing this video. The only thing that I'm going to do here is when I point and say, go here, that's the only time I'm really going to add words. Okay. So I'm just going through and I'm looking for that, right? Go here. Boop. And right when I'm about to point, okay, that's when I'm going to put my words on the screen. Okay. And I'm going to put my site. This is where you would put your site, right? Your link would go here, your domain name that you got, hence in the fast start guide, right? So I'm going to put that in there. Okay. I'm going to straighten that out, center it, boom. And what I like to do is go to animations. I like to make it pop up. And then when it pops up, I like to have a little ding sound because it just gets the attention a little bit, just gets the attention. So I'm going to go to sounds. I already have the ding sound saved. So boom, I just add that in there. And then I'm going to take my link and I'm going to scroll it to the end of the video. Okay. That's it. Okay. I'm just going to get rid of just getting rid of a little extra dead words right there. Okay, cool. I'm trying to cut off that last little glimpse when I'm looking down. All right, there you go. So now that's really it. That's literally really it. I put the captions in there. I cut out the dead space. I put the title in the beginning. I changed the font to Resolve because that's the font that I like to use. You guys can use whatever you want. The words on the screen, I used Oliver for the font. Again, you guys can use whatever works best for you. One of the reasons why I like to use the Oliver font as opposed to using the Resolve font, which is the same as the captions. Hear me out on this one. Okay, so right here, okay, let me go to my little notation doodad. So if I were to use my link, right, copy this site.com, that's mine, whatever yours is. If I were to use it, this is all caps. So I wouldn't want to use a font that's all caps for my site link. I want to use a font here that has uppercase and lowercase. So that way you can see capital C, capital T, capital S, right? So you can really see that it's 3 words, copy this site, which is why I specifically use that font anytime I have my link on the screen. Again, hope that makes sense. Okay. So that's that right there. All right. Boom. So once this is good to go, you can put music to it if you want. I very rarely have music in my videos. When I'm doing a speaking video like this one, I very, very rarely have videos in there. And then literally top right, you hit the up arrow, save the device, and then we wait. And then once it's downloaded, that's it. So what I just did with you guys, now let's kind of bring it all home. Okay, so that's done. I just took a video from our folder. Okay. I took a video from our folder right here. Kylie, thank you very much, by the way. Okay, a second here. Okay, so I took Kylie's video right here. I took it, I made it my own, and then I can go and I can rework that same exact video multiple different times. So right now, there's 9 videos in here. This should be realistically, this should be like a minimum for you, like 27 to 30 pieces of content that you guys could go take and create right from this folder here. We're going to be adding more videos to this folder for you guys. Okay. So now here's where we drill it all down. That video that I just made, right? Was that a complicated video? Like, if you look at the editing, like, did I do anything crazy on that video? Like, give me a yes or no. Like, did I do anything crazy on the video? Did I show income claims? No. Did I have any crazy editing? Did I have any like crazy digital visual effects, like stuff bouncing in and sparkly stuff and all that other stuff? Did I go crazy on that stuff? No. It was me talking with energy and excitement, with a strong call to action, with several hooks throughout the video. Think of what I just said. It's a simple video with several hooks and a strong call to action. That's all you need. So when I look back over the years of all the videos that I've done that have gone viral, that have had hundreds of thousands or 1 million plus views, it's been videos just like that. You guys got to realize like how simple this process is. And it's just, when it comes to you getting results, it's just time and consistency, time and consistency, time and consistency. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's just time and freaking consistency. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. The easier it gets, the more results you start to get. It's like, I can't, I really want to make this simple for you. Kirsty, feel free to chime in here, but I mean, it's just taking what works, making it your own, and running with it. And like any video that myself or anybody else here that's had a video that's taken off and gone viral and gotten us lots of sales, it's never been a complicated video. It's always been a simple process.
Yep. Yep. It's always been simple because simplicity sells, confusion does not. So the more you overcomplicate something, the more you have to add in this and have this thing and whatever, the more you're just going to confuse your audience. And what I mean by that is, let me just be completely blunt with you guys. Not once have I used CapCut. I don't even have the app. So everything that Daniel just showed, I'm like, "Bleh." I don't do any of that because my brain, my simplicity goes to, I'm going to record and edit on TikTok. I'm going to download it to my camera roll. I'm going to place it other places aside from TikTok, like Reels and Instagram, right? I use a trending sound, but not because I need the trending sound to get my attention and viewers, but because it just automatically populates that for me on, say, a place like Facebook Reels. It has the little hot tamale on it. And I don't do the little ding for go to blah, blah website. I literally keep it so stupid simple, just like Daniel just showed. I don't even care about what the captions look like. Like I don't pick the color. I don't freaking care. The reason I don't care is because I have my formula down pat. What's the formula, guys? You guys know what it is. If you've seen Fast Start Guide Part 2, short form video formula, 4 pieces. What's the formula? Hook, build up, present value, call to action. The more simple you can make it, the more you can just look at the resources that are right there at your fingertips. Okay, I have a webinar. Wow, I should watch this webinar, see what my lead is seeing so I can answer questions. I can use the DM formula. And on top of that, I can use what's on the webinar where it shows that thumbnail, right, of Kylie and Catherine and Brogan and me and whoever getting results. Sam had, 20 or 30 sales in 21 days, right? You could literally say, I can't believe Sam in South Africa just got 30 sales in 21 days. Check it out. And you could show that. But if you overcomplicate it and say, I don't know what to use, well, yes, you do know what to use, but the confidence in which to do it happens because of consistency, not because you're not awkward, not because it's weird for you at the beginning. That was me too. In fact, on Facebook, sometimes I get memories and I'm like, oh my gosh, what was I doing? Because I feel so awkward watching myself back 2 years ago. Now, even just today, you guys want proof? I'll just give you a little bit of proof. I have been logged out of my Facebook page, my profile all day long since like early this morning, like 3 a.m. or something. And the videos that I did today, aside from a few for my daughter, how many videos, if you guys were to just count by 3, how many videos do you see aside from this chunk right here for my daughter? How many videos would you say I did today? I don't know, 27, 30, 24, something in there. Why? Because I keep it simple. I literally would go into like the webinar flow he just gave you access to. Drop that link, by the way, if you haven't already. Literally go into what the resources are that you already have, take a line from it, and then free flow it. Does that make sense? You just got to think to keep it simple. Think about why you got into this business. I can guarantee you it's not because there was a complicated video that had all the fancy this and that, and it was just so perfect, and you had to be a good dancer and all the things. No, you got involved because it was real, it was relatable, and it was simple. So replicate that. Deal? And last little nugget, and Daniel already said this, but I hope you really take it to heart. If you have 9 videos in that folder from Daniel, Kylie, and a couple others, you have 9 videos. I would stake my entire paycheck this week. I don't know what I'm going to make, probably like 10 grand. I'm just kidding. If I made 10 grand and you made 10 grand because of what I'm about to tell you, I want you to take it to heart, okay? Those 9 videos that you have access to that he just dropped the link for, that yes, for those on the replay is in the description below this video, so please reference that as needed. Those 9 videos will 110% create a minimum 20 videos total. Why? Because the more simple you can make it, you just reword, you use a different tone, you change up the scene in the background, you're walking in your kitchen in one and you're sitting at your desk in another, you're clocking into work in another, whatever. You're outside, you're on the grass, you're laying on your bed, whatever. You just change those couple little things and you could literally have 20 minimum pieces of content. In fact, I'd probably say 30 to 35. But it's about you seeing what it is, taking the umbrella concept about that, the idea of what's being said, and using it to your advantage. Make sense? So a 45-second video from Abby, maybe you turn that into a 14-second video. You say in different time or different words, less this or more that. You have endless pieces of content. And then the last thing I'll wrap up with. The reason we train so often on short form videos, the reason we lately have been saying, hey, the resources are right there. The short form video is what leads them into anything else. Short form video is the gateway into anything else, right? Whether that be a YouTube channel from your sponsor, the reason you're here, whether that be the funnel that you then watched a 20 or 40-minute video, the short form video is the gateway. It's the preface. It's the trailer to the movie, okay? And if you want people attending your movie, you've got to hook them in by following the formula. Make sense, guys? Anything else on that, Daniel?
Yeah,
And then we'll wrap up here.
with this. Like you guys got to realize this, like the beautiful, and this is where consistency comes into play. And like really every underlying issue that we gave you guys throughout tonight and a lot of our trainings is that this business is all about time and consistency. It's all about not giving up on yourself and never giving up on your future, your family, your income, and all of those other things. And if you do, throw in the towel and give it up and say, you know, it's not for me, it's not a fit, it's, you know, whatever, I'm not getting results, blah, 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 insert excuse here. It just means you didn't want it bad enough. Whatever excuse that you could possibly come up with is irrelevant. It just means at the root of it, you just didn't want it bad enough. That's it. And the beautiful thing about our business and our industry is you are literally, and I say this with no, like, zero exaggeration, you are one person away from changing your financial future. Like, if you brought in a Kirsty or a Catherine or a Daniel or a Bill or a Lisa or somebody on your team, and it does it, and the beautiful part about our compensation plan, that person doesn't even have to be directly under you. It could be under so-and-so who sponsored so-and-so who sponsored so-and-so who sponsored a rock star, and that person plows 1,000 people into your business. It literally changes your financial future.
Yep.
And that's why you don't want to ever give up, because at some point, you take it from here's, and this isn't even the mindset bomb that I'm going to give you guys. This is like almost the mindset bomb. By never giving up and moving forward, you take away the if, like, just crumble it up and throw it away. You take away the if you're going to make it, and you just change it to when. Does that make sense? Like,
100%.
by not giving up and always moving forward and always be working on this, you take away the if. Like, and someone messaged me the other day and they're like, you know, I really hope to be a leader on your team someday. And my response was, I said, take away the really hope. And now it's just, I will be a leader on your team someday. Like, you gotta, it's just a mindset shift. It's just a shift in mindset, guys. Now, here's what I want to give you guys. Okay. This is something that I shared earlier, and we'll leave you guys with this. Okay. And you can write this down. I would write it down because this is important. It doesn't take a long time to build a successful online business. What can take a long time is becoming the person who's willing to do it. That's it.
So freaking good. I love it. Oh, that's so good. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for popping on tonight. Please check out the replay at teachabletuesdayreplays.com here within the hour when it's uploaded, ready to rock for you. We have dropped the link for the document tonight that Daniel shared. Please use those clonable pieces. Go create multiple pieces within those ones and go do the dang thing rather than talking about it, because all you guys have goals. I want to see you soar by Sunday, by next month, by next year, where you're astounding yourself financially. And you can only do that if you think larger than yourself and if you get out there and do it consistently. We'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for popping on.